Yeah. Come on.
Peace, everyone. Today we're going to get into our hips to help open them up. And we'll be using a strap and a couple blocks to help us out. So go ahead, grab your strap, bring the soles of your feet together, and take your strap around your low back. So we'll buckle it in from here. So take your strap underneath the first two buckles, over the first one, and under the second one. And loop it underneath the outside edges of your feet. Please know that if you don't have a strap, you can still do everything that we're doing. If you do have a strap, make sure that buckle is not rubbing against your skin, but somewhere in between your hips and your ankles. So, either way, with the soles of your feet pressed together, take one block underneath the top portion of your back and another block underneath your head. If you're working without blocks, just come to lie down on your back and ease in. Okay, you can bring your palms outside of you, facing up to receive energy. You can always take your hands over the crown of your head too if you want a little bit more of a chest opener. Another great option if you love the hip expansion is just to bring your hands to your inner thighs for a little added weight. Enjoy this moment. Okay, start to deepen your breath. Pull your awareness in to your body, to your mind. Notice what you feel and control what you can to soften all of those things, to soften your thoughts, to soften your muscles, to let your knees drop into this pose, to feel your breath in your body. So we're just taking this time to cultivate connection, awareness, and focus. Take any adjustments in your body that feel welcoming and good, and allow yourself to just be here in this moment. If you haven't yet, start to find your Ujjayi breath. Let it pull you into your practice. Let the sound of it fill the space. And slowly prepare to just push on up. Come off of your blocks, come into a tall seat. Again, you can keep on pushing without a strap if you don't have one accessible. Otherwise, we'll take this deeper. So bring your blocks to the top of your inner thighs and then bring your elbows to the top of your blocks. If you do have your strap, just reach down and underneath your strap and close your hands around it to start to take a gentle pull into your strap. This should help you sit tall. Now, whether you're working with or without it, squeeze your belly, take a big breath in, lift your chest. You can hang here for the breath out, or maybe even take a pull into that strap and just kind of keep feeling that sensation as you press your elbows down to your blocks. We're gently finding even more opening through our hips here. So keep working into that. If you want, go ahead and remove your blocks. Yes, if you're ready. And now we'll work ourselves outside of the strap. So just take one foot out first. And then don't even bother with unbuckling it. You can just bring it over the crown of your head. And take a moment here to come into an easy seat. If you want to continue to dig deeper into this hip opening, you can always take double pigeon and instead stack your legs. So bring your right leg on top of your left shin wherever you are, bring your palms to your knees and start to gently just roll your neck all the way around. We're going to take our time with this one. Move with your breath. Just kind of see what's there. There doesn't have to be a tight method to this. We're just kind of loosening up tension in our shoulders and our neckline. Now take an inhale and stretch your hands overhead. Exhale, pull your heart forward. You can soften your hands to the mat. Squeeze your navel in to press your heart out. But if you find you need a little support in your depth here, you can always bring your forearms to your block. With time, even if you find you can meet your forearms back to the floor, allow yourself the space to go there. Maybe you can even stack your forearms and meet forehead to arms, or maybe you can even work your forehead to the floor. All right, so start to push into your mat wherever you're coming from. Come back to a tall seat. And just feel what's there. Again, take a moment to just move organically. Roll your shoulders up and back. Take your time with it. And now switch out your legs. All right, so let's find balance in our hips. If you took that easy seat, we'll come back here. Maybe just stack your knees and rock them a little from side to side before we get there. Work a little into your hip flexors. Press your inner thigh down towards the floor. And you can use your hands behind you for support as you roll through this flow. And now once you got them loosened up, let's begin again. Right, I'm coming back to that double pigeon again. Find balance in your body. Palms to your knees. Rebreathe. Inhale. Take hand over your head. And exhale, reach into a big side bend. Come on back and we switch. Moving with your breath. Open up your side body. Now this time, inhale, reach both hands up. Exhale, fold forward. Breathe into your sacrum, squeeze into your core, and find your depth. It doesn't have to, happen all at once, right? So if you use your block, pull in your block, you use your breath to ultimately work without your block, create that space to slowly just come on into your depth, work your way to your edge. But there's no rush. I'm going to take another deep breath here. And as you're ready, push into the floor to support you. Coming on back up. Any quick adjustments you can make before we get out of this easy seat or double pigeon. Now just work your way into tabletop and stretch your legs back. If you feel some tension in your knees, that always feels good to let that go. Again, just kind of working intuitively for a moment. Now tuck your toes and work your way back into downward facing dog and find some space here to pedal through your feet. And rock your hips, lift your heels if that feels good. And just slowly soften your heels towards the earth. Inhale, sweep your right leg up. Exhale, runner's lunge. Take it all the way outside of your palms. Now, start to walk both of your feet to the top of your mat and sit down in your yogi squat. Pull your heels in and your toes out. Work to lift your chest here as you encourage your hips to drop down a little bit more. You can press your elbows to your inner thighs to help you find that expansion through the front line. Press your hands into mat. This time, We'll take our right foot back for runner's lunge on the left, and then sweep back. Inhale, three-leg dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, a quick pedal. Let's do that again. This time, let's start on our left side. Inhale, three-leg dog, kick on up. Exhale, runner's lunge, land to the outside of your hands. Step forward, yogi squat, lift your palms towards your chest. Ground your hands, and we step back with the left. Inhale, three-leg dog, kick up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Once again, we meet in our starting place. Let's keep adding into that flow. Inhale, three-leg dog, kick your right leg high. Exhale, runner's lunge. Step forward for your yogi squat. Take a seat, open your chest. Ground your hands. Step back to runner's lunge for the left. Inhale, three-leg dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the left leg up right away. Exhale, runner's lunge. Step forward, yogi squat, lift your chest, drive down through your hips. Take your hands to the mat, step back, runner's lunge on the right. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Come on back. Nice work. Now come on down to your knees. Take a breath. Let that go. We're nice and warm, and that's exactly where we want to be. We're going to go a little bit deeper now and take some more time. So work your way towards the side of your mat and extend your left leg out nice and long. Square your hips off with the earth as you plug your palms into the mat. Squeeze your belly in. Now, inhale, shift your hips back towards your heel. Exhale, press your hands in to drive your shoulders back on your wrists. And we'll keep on flowing through this. Now, keep the length in your spine, the tightness in your belly, and just slowly press your hips down and back every time you come through. Just notice what you feel in that effort. And as we get warmer, start to slide your right knee further out. Now we're working into both of our hip flexors. Extend your left leg as far as it can go. Inhale, cow pose. Press your tailbone and your head up. Exhale, cat. Scoop out your belly around your back. Yes, notice what you feel, and maybe you don't have to work too hard to feel it. Keep on breathing. We're creating space here. Now, if you need, and I need, pull your block in and place it underneath your lengthened leg. Shift back to take a seat. All right. Feeling a little open today, so maybe I can pull my block off. You can do the same if you have the space. Sit up tall. Inhale, reach your hands high over your head. Exhale, reach your hands forward, pull your chest forward. Now, right away, my spine wants to round. So if you feel that too, grab your block. Instead of forcing it, take your forearms to your block and settle in to keep the length, right? Now, as we hold, you might find you can surrender a little bit deeper, but you can always play around with your block to help you balance in that place of surrender without rounding. So just figure it out, bring your block underneath your forearms or your face and just start to push on up to a tall seat. Slide your left hand towards your toes. Inhale, reach your right hand towards your toes. And stay for the exhale. Keep the length. Now grab a hold of your toes with your right palm. Take your left hand to the mat. Press into the earth to open up your chest. Inhale, lift all the way back up to a tall seat. Exhale, now work your way out of this by pushing into your hands. It's a lot on the hips, so if you want to take a quick reset here with a flat back, you can just work your hips around in a big circle, ease out of that tension. When you know that it's coming, so work into this, take your time. As you kind of just let that go and take that reset here, we'll begin to set up the other side. So bend into your left knee, work to the opposite edge. Extend your right leg out nice and long. Stack your shoulders on your wrist. Now inhale, drive your hips back through a long spine. Exhale, work your shoulders back on top of your palms. And just keep on working into that organic flow right away. Beautiful job. Now start to slide your right foot as far as it will slide. And if you can go ahead, ease your hips towards the mat. If you need, soften your hips back. And remember, you have the option to utilize your block underneath your thigh here. Sit up tall. Inhale, reach your hands high. Exhale, fold forward. Yes. Take in your block if you need. Now, if you can meet your heart to the mat without that support, work into it. If not, you have some time, okay? Deepen your breath. Hug in through your belly. Lengthen through your back and work your way down. Slowly but surely, you may find you can find another inch or two as time passes. Patience is part of the game. Beautiful work. Push in through your hands. Come on back to that tall seat. Inhale, stretch your left hand high. Exhale, reach nice and long over the crown of your head, getting into your side bend. You can take your right hand out towards your toes and then work it forward to push into the mat. Create space to connect to your toes through your top palm and open your chest forward, even up towards the sky. Take your gaze up if that feels good. Release your toes and come all the way back up. Now push into your hands and come on back to that nice release, working through tabletop, maybe stretching your legs out long, maybe working into that circle through your hips. That always feels so good to me after these deep hip flexor stretches. So come on back now to a tall seat. And we'll take those blocks out of our way. Bend into your left knee and stamp your foot into your right inner thigh. Inhale, take your hands high. Exhale, fold forward over your bent leg. Draw your heart towards the mat. Again, if you feel like you're rounding, if the floor is just a little too far away, pulling your block. I like to bring it underneath my face here, but you might find your forearms is what you need in that connection. Soften in without judgment. Keep breathing. I love this stretch. So good and juicy for your hip flexors, but I always get a nice surrender here. It feels good once you come down. You push on up. Now bend into your right leg and scoop it up with your left hand. With your right arm, wrap it underneath your thigh. If you can, reach all the way around. and take the bind by grabbing your opposite hand. If you need, use your strap, grab a hold of your strap. Whatever you can find to get into that connection, sit tall. You can stay here with your bent leg, or as you breathe in, kick your leg up towards the sky. Hug into your quad to find that extension. Squeeze your belly in to stay lifted through your chest. And slowly just release the stretch. Bend into your leg. Release the bind. Let it go. Roll out your shoulders if you need. Now for compass pose, grab a hold with your right hand again. And we'll work to backpack our thigh over the top of our shoulder. Inhale, extend your leg up towards the sky. And as you exhale, you can even take a little micro bend into your top elbow here to encourage your foot even closer to the sky. Beautiful job. Start to work your way out, soften into your knee, ease on down. Amazing work. Let's do the other side. Switch out your left leg. Bend into your right knee, stamp into your inner thigh. Inhale, reach your hands high overhead. Exhale, fold forward, ease into the mat or your block. Whatever support you have, bring it in and bring the floor to you. Again, no matter the depth, it's the same work. Yes, we're stretching forward, letting some tension go in our body to ease down, prioritizing the connection in our breath, no matter what, no matter where we are, no matter where we land. Press into your hands, make your way back to a tall seat. Whew, here we go. Bend into your left leg here. And now with your right hand, capture the outside edge of your foot. With your left arm, bring it underneath your thigh. And if accessible, wrap around, take your bind. Again, if you need, use your strap. And you can stay here with your bent leg, or inhale, squeeze into your quad, extend your toes up to the sky, and really hug into it on your exhale. Keep the extension, lift your chest. Now slowly allow yourself to soften out of it, bend into your knee, ground again. Capture the outside edge of your foot again with your opposite palm. Inhale, lift your leg up for compass. And on your exhale, you can touch down through your left hand for support. Press into your thigh, maybe even pull into the bottom of your foot with your right hand. Slowly ease your way out of this one. Whew. Great job. Extend your legs all the way out in opposite directions for our wide fold, my friends. This is our last great effort here. Take an inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward, leading with your heart. Yes, and if you find you can pull your block in again under your palms, under your forearms, under your chest, under your forehead, get into it. And if you can, maybe get so easy through your upper body that your palms can extend all the way out and press into the inner soles of your foot here. Surrender. Yeah, open up your heart. Find support to help your body melt. When you get to that space, you can start to employ gravity to do the work for you. All you have to do is remain present, breathe, upkeep some positive thoughts. Beautiful. Last moment here. Now, start to draw your hands in, push on back up to a tall seat. Amazing work, phenomenal job. Grab the back of your knees and pull your legs back into center. Come to an easy seat. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Great job.